Quickly on just LaMelo Ball. I just wanted to get your thoughts. We've been around him, and you were both involved in the JBA several years ago, LeVar Ball's league that he launched pretty much as a developmental league for LaMelo. So we got to see him firsthand. What are your thoughts on him first impressions of him in the NBA?
Everything we thought. His game was ahead of his time. Mass media didn't want to give him his platform until almost, right before the draft, where he all of a sudden became a top pick.
Mm-hmm.
And his game has been the same. He just got stronger, taller, sharper. If you couldn't see it then you basically just riding the wave now. I'm just being 100 with you.
100.
You have no vision.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. You have all those people on TV said he wouldn't get drafted. You have no vision. Like, this is not the game for you. But he's always been ahead of his time. Like, for real. He's always been ahead of his time. He's always been a savant. He's always been able to score. He's always been getting off the crafty, unique, unorthodox game with the floaters and the shot. Yeah, it's just all repetition. And he is a non-pattern player, where Lonzo is the pattern player.
Mm-hmm.
You can give any non-pattern player structure, but you have to give them space to be Picasso.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you keep a Baron Davis into a structured offense the whole game, you lose the creativity of the mind of a Baron Davis.
Absolutely.
I needed structure the whole game.
Me too.
Give it to a non-structured player like you on the block with the footwork and the heads. These are Baron, you know what I mean? On the reversal, on the ball. Like, I needed structure to a non-structured player.
For sure.
I don't want the ball in my hands at the end of the game to make that play unless it's a pick and roll.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Melo brings. He brings the ability to win, and he's not even a grown man yet. Imagine when he's 23 to 25, and you cannot tell me he will not be one of the faces of the NBA, because he has the it factor. He has it, all of it. Define it, he has it, and that's just who he is.
Yeah, 2-3 years ago, being on the road with him in the JBA, we were traveling to Chicago, to the East Coast, Virginia. He had already built up like a cult following. Kids were lining up. People were wearing Triple B stuff. That league got a lot of negative press, notoriety, but to witness that firsthand, how much people love that kid. He was a rock star, and that's how I've always viewed him. As far as his game, man, the thing that I think stands out the most to me is his level of conditioning and that speed he plays at all the time. It's very rare I see him tired or, putting his head down after a bad play. Those are the things he shakes off. He moves on to the next play probably better than any young player that I've ever seen. And I think that's why he's been able to make such a consistent impact in the league.
I think Rico can tell you at Rico's runs, we seen Melo go against Trae Young. And Melo I think he was like 16 at the time, maybe about to be 17. And I couldn't tell who was better. And then Trae came to me and was like, yo, he's good. I'm like, yeah, young players will give young players props, bro. Like, he was like, yo, he's good. I was like, yeah, he is good. And he was taller, right? Trae got that rocket. Melo don't have that yet. But everything else Trae was doing, Melo was doing easier, because he was just seeing over the defense.
Absolutely.
Right? Getting to the spots on the court off the bounce and making plays. And he was making too many plays for other people. And I was like, yo, look, let me tell you something. You're eventually going to be a top pick. You cannot come into the league being passive. Be who the hell you are. Everyone will adjust. When you out here, whatever your game is, that's your game. It's passing and scoring, but don't just be a straight passer, because now you lose your it factor.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He took it, and then he ran with it. And then Rick was like, yo, you got to play defense. Rick was like, yeah. And he took it and he ran with it, and they played like 2.5, 3 hours, right?
Uh-huh.
And after they played, Melo got off to the side court and did all of his individual workout drills over again. That's when I knew he was a pro, because that's a pro's mentality. I'm going to hoop, and then I'm going to go do my drills that I did earlier in the day. I'm going to do them again to end the night or end the evening, and maybe do something later like yoga. But you could tell he was there already mentally.
He loves it. He loves it. He lived it. He lives in the gym. He loves the gym. Rico said, and he wanted all the smoke, and he did not hide, bro.
Did not hide, yo.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's real. That's real. A lot of people would be timid. He came and he drove from Chino.
Yeah.
How long is that drive from Chino to LA?
An hour something, 30, 35,
just a
40.
hoop all day. And he didn't miss days. There's a lot of players I never seen make any drives like that to come hoop. So I knew he was different.
And that's why he's